Hello Scorpio. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Round and round we go. In the brain. This person is obsessing over you. You may have been... I was about to say that. Okay. Both of you may be obsessing over each other because this is a past life connection. You may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. Could be a current connection. Wow. Whole lot of chemistry. Off the charts kind of chemistry. Sparks in the room. Fireworks. Some of you may have been in a situationship. Others of you, this may just be a very intense connection that you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. But I do see that some of you, the majority, have been in a situation with this person. It was fast, it was sudden, it was so passionate, and then poof, goodbye. What happened? Spiritual connection happened. That's what happens when we have spiritual connections. It's one of the most difficult things in your entire life that you'll go through. And usually it happens once. Sometimes it may happen again. All right, let's have a look. You have here cycles followed by mystery, sexuality, beliefs, boundaries, betrayal, illness, wellness, laughter, crossroads, and then we have change under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Keep in mind, these feelings and emotions could be vice versa. This may not just be the cross-watcher's feelings and emotions. Scorpio, this may be yours also, especially because you have here the past life card, which is the mystery card. That's how I interpret this specific card. We have here cycles, mystery, sexuality, beliefs, boundaries, betrayal, illness, wellness, laughter, crossroads, and then change. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, I can't get you off my mind. I am obsessing over you. Day and night. Night and day. Even in my dreams. There's certain things that have happened in this connection that keep going around and around in my mind like a circle. It's just cycling over and over again. The good times and the bad. But for some reason I can't stop. And the reason why is maybe because there's more to this connection than meets the eye. Maybe this is a spiritual connection. I can feel this pull. I see you and it's as if there's a memory involved. I know you from somewhere. I feel so comfortable and so familiar that it's hard for me to deny this feeling. It's overwhelming. It's too much for me to handle. I asked the universe, why did you bring this person into my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? Why at this particular moment in time I'm going through this? It's because it was supposed to happen at this very moment. I was going through something, and so were you. And everything just seemed perfect. Everything just fit like a puzzle. And when we're together, not only is there this sexuality, but this sensuality that is mixed with spirituality, sensual healing, sexual healing, ecstasy, nirvana. I am not myself when I'm with you. I have these almost like an out-of-body experience. It's not me. But I love it. I like it. I want more of it. A lot has happened, and this connection runs very deep. I feel that somehow you and I are connected. Not only physically, but spiritually. I can't put my finger on it. Sometimes I can smell your scent when you're not there. The scent of you does linger when you're not around. I can feel your touch. Sometimes I feel that. And in my dreams, everything seems so real. It's a very strange, but very real feeling. I do believe that in this connection, there is this sense of we are not on the same page. There are differences, your opinions versus mine. My mindset is quite different from yours. And what we thought that this connection was all about, it turned from this slight friendship into something more. I don't know if that's what we really wanted. Did we ruin something that was going well? Did we ruin that? And now, I put up my boundaries. I don't know what to do. The easiest thing for me to do is put up my boundaries so I don't have to deal with it. But because I've put up boundaries, one would see this now as betrayal. That I was with you, I took advantage of you, I used you, I indulged, and I took you for granted. And then all of a sudden, poof, I'm gone. And that's betrayal. I didn't mean for things to be like this. I'm in a situation right now where I truly desire you, but it's almost like a medicine. You are my medicine. If I have you, I feel well. If I don't have you, I feel ill. There are certain things that I am bound to. I'm stuck. I'm unable to release myself from certain types of situations, certain things that have happened to me. It's difficult for me to release myself from that, to be someone different, someone I am not. There is restrictions, constraints, burdens, responsibilities, trauma, certain things that weigh me down below the surface of this water. I do believe that we are good friends. We may have been in the past, but because of what has happened, things have changed now. That sense of friendship, it no longer is there. And now I'm at a crossroads. I have to make a choice. I have to make a decision. Do I pursue this connection, or do I just stop it altogether and keep my boundaries up? Overall, if anything, I feel that there's a need to change things. Things can no longer be the same, and if we want a different result, we have to try a different approach. Things have to change. For now, I am simply just obsessing over you, the brilliance of you, the majestic side of you, that beautiful, wondrous side that people don't see, but the side that I see, the side that only I can see. That is the real you. I have seen it. I have felt it. And yet it's overwhelming. And I keep my boundaries up. All right. There's a lot going on here. This was a very, and maybe still might be, a very passionate connection. Extremely passionate. But we have belief-related issues here. Some of you may be from different backgrounds, racial backgrounds, religious backgrounds. Something here within friends, family, or society is keeping you apart. And sometimes when we have a past life reading like this, where we have the past life card, it does talk a lot about how an individual like yourself, you may have met somebody who's either much older than you or maybe younger than you. There's an age gap, usually, typically. And the whole situation doesn't make sense because there's just this ridiculous amount of attraction towards the other person. This is what I call double the love, double the pain from a past life situation. I do past life readings right now. I'm not sure, maybe by the time this is uploaded, I might be on pause, but please have a look at my website. And if you are interested in a past life reading, go ahead and place an order. If you're not able to place an order, send me an email and I will try to put you on the waiting list. For some of you that want to know more about past life situations, especially with sexuality here, I have two particular recordings that I have on my other channel, and those are my videos on YouTube. That is on the channel called Asnointia Audio. Over there you'll see one that's called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. And then there's another one that's called Essentially Intense Spiritual Connections. Those two, for the majority of you, will actually enlighten you. It will give you a lot of information, and you will also realize that you're not the only ones that are going through this. A lot of people go through this, and a lot of people's lives are just rearranged, like topsy-turvy. Everything just goes nuts in the life of this individual. It's almost like you meet this person. I've had scenarios where somebody has been married, for example, like 30, 40 years, and then they meet somebody, and just within a blink of an eye, it's like they've left and they're with somebody else. But spiritual connections don't work like that. Not everybody that is a soulmate, twin flame, or karmic partner is meant to be together. The person that you were with could have also been, and most likely was, somebody who was a spiritual connection. Maybe another soulmate, maybe another karmic partner. Maybe it was a twin flame. Sometimes we jump from a person to another person because of that impulse, because of the intensity of the way we feel. Double the love, meaning it's times two in this lifetime because it also happened in the past, and you guys are able to recognize each other. And double the pain, same situation. It hurts like hell, and it hurts so much, and you don't even know why it's affecting you this much, because you just met this person. So there are scenarios like this that I've seen, And of course, if somebody, for example, 30, 40 years, if they've been in a relationship, certain things in that relationship have disintegrated. And all of a sudden, this, bright and happy kind of flower just blooms. And you're like, oh, wow, I want that. And you just leave your garden. That's kind of like boring. And then you go to this other person. Some people do that because that's what truly makes them happy. And they cannot stop thinking about this person. Oftentimes, this person will be somebody you were married with in a past life, because in past lives, there's a lot of marriage. That's the way history was. So there's a lot of marriage, a lot of people that were engaged, a lot of people that were betrothed, a lot of people that were just simply boyfriend, girlfriend in secret, and sometimes even a long-term committed affair. So there are certain instincts, feelings, and emotions that you will feel in this connection that will truly change your perspective on what is love. Really, what is love? Love is eternal. It definitely is. Hopefully the other videos will also help you understand a little bit more about this type of complicated connection. All right. Let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh my. Okay. Upright King of Staffs. So this is for those of you that may have been through a situation with this person where things were great in the beginning, but then they just started to go downhill and the relationship just kind of faded or broke apart. This is for those of you that have not had closure. People that may have been taken for granted. The communication is very less, and it's not as it once was before. Somebody may have ghosted you. So this is for those of you that have experienced that. These cards are feelings and emotions that were in the past. So with this reading, I kind of go in the past to see what happened in the first place. The deck that I just had, the first deck, that is the current status of what your person's feeling. These cards I also read in the reverse. Here this person in the beginning may have seemed very confident, the master of all trades, and very supportive, but then things changed. They wanted to harness these forces, but were not quite strong enough to do so. This was someone who seemed supportive, but turned out to be unreliable. It's because this connection was very hot and heavy, very fast and furious, that type of a connection. And when that happens, the physical has its own speed, but the emotional has its own speed. This person's emotions didn't catch up. And therefore, they were not really reliable because it didn't really make a difference to them. Remember, their beliefs are much different than yours. They don't think of this connection or the situation that you're in the same way you do. Your ideas and your opinions are quite different. Here we also have the Four of Coins. This talks about being miserly with wealth, talents. Conversely, being overly generous spendthrift. Being an overly generous spendthrift. The need to conserve and protect one's resources. This talks about a lack of wealth, a lack of security, and a lack of inheritance. So this person actually used to spend more money than they would earn. They needed to protect their money, and they were not. This is also one of the reasons why they were very unreliable. So I'm seeing somebody here who's almost like they're either immature or they were just inexperienced. Because being unreliable and not being good with money, that's like a terrible combination, isn't it? Unreliable and they're terrible with money. Like, I don't want to know how worse it can get. That is not good, because this is somebody who is not the type that can be in a promising situation. You would have needed somebody, even this person, even though they're a king here, they're not really a king. They only look like a king, but they do not actually act like a king the way a real king would. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. This is for the upcoming times, any actions, any plans, any intentions this person may have towards you. Okay. All right, so we have here, not bad, but a whole lot of retreating and thinking. And that's good. That's always good. King of Cups. So we do have somebody now in the coming days who is going to be getting very emotional because of you. You have this person's heart now. Their heart is in your hands. They feel emotional when they think of you. They want to give you a lot of love. And they want this to be solid connection, for sure. First card's the strongest. They do feel this for you. They are in love with you, and they want to give you an offer, but there's a problem. They're waiting for the right time. They feel as if they had put some type of time, energy, and effort into this connection, and they're waiting for the right time in order to move forward. But before they even do that, they realize that, you know what, I have to go into the hermit mode, which is excellent for you. Even for them, it's therapeutic. Here, your person of interest is going to be taking a step back, not really talking to you, talking to the world, not really talking to a lot of people. They have gone into this mode of loneliness, forcing themselves into loneliness, forcing themselves into isolation, and not really wanting to be connected to the rest of the world. They want to be detached from the rest of the world so that they can focus on certain things and not be distracted by worldly issues, worldly problems, and the people. There's a lot of introspection, contemplation about who I am. Why did I do this? Why did I act like this? What is the truth behind this connection? There are certain questions that this person is going to want to ask themselves or themselves. Now, it's interesting, we have the hermit person's very much isolated, but then right after that, we also have the Four of Swords. So they are going to realize a few things, and they're going to realize that they've actually hurt you a lot with the Three of Swords in the background there. And in the foreground here, we have the Four of Swords. This person has retreated. They are regenerating, recuperating. They're retreating. They are healing from the things that they have gone through, the things that they've done to you and experienced, even the things that have come to them in terms of a realization through this whole hermit mode. Now, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme we have here is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a really good card to have, but it still talks about waiting, very much like the Seven of Pentacles here. They'll know it when they see it. They'll know it when they see it. And right now is not the right time. So there will have to be a little bit of a waiting period. Certain things are going to change in their favor, the way that they want things to be, the setting, the timing, everything. They want it to be in a very specific way. And if it's not, they are not going to be communicating or engaging in any way, shape, or form. But if it does turn out that way, the way they have planned, the way that they know, okay, this is the right time, then they will. So they are ready. They have made the decision. They know what they want to do. They want to give you the opportunity and that love. However, it's just a matter of them knowing when is the right time. In their heart, they'll feel it. And then they'll know, I'm going to be approaching my Scorpio. Any actions? Right now, I do see the intention only, which is the King of Cups. The rest of this is more about contemplation, thinking, waiting. But it's good. This is still action that they are taking for themselves. All right. Let's have a look. It's up to you. So certain things in this connection have happened that have really put a sense of, I'm getting the word distress. Somebody here's very distressed. And because of that, they just don't know if they want to move on in this connection or not. So there is a choice here. You always have a choice. The outcome will just be slightly different. Interesting the way the cards come out. Ah, excellent. Really, really nice. Very nice. You have here two groups. Some of you that may not want to be with this person and some of you that still want to be with this person. Honestly, the message is still very good. There's success and there's going to be big happy changes. So either party here, it does not matter what decision you make. Things are still going to turn out great for you. Here we have, it's up to you. In the near future, there's going to be a time when you will be able to look for a sign. The sign that you will see might not be in plain sight. It may be an attitude. It may be a subtle gesture. But there's going to be some type of sign that only you will understand because it's only going to mean something to you. No, don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing because you will be able to attract more positive energy with that type of emotion. We also have here success with an exclamation mark. Success, yes, there is going to be success in the coming future. And there's going to be big, happy changes. There's going to be changes, they're going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. Very nice. I do see that in this connection, there's some of you that want to move on. And sometimes, even when you see a sign, it might not be a positive one. For those of you that want to move on from this person, the signs could be literally red flags. Certain things you just did not notice before. And there's no harm in going back in time in your mind and seeing things a few weeks back, a few months back. Were those red flags? Because then at this point, you should be strong enough, capable enough to know, oh yeah, they were red flags. Maybe I should. It's up to you, make a choice. So think about it for those of you that want to move forward. What has happened in the past that is affecting you now? And even something that's happened in the past, how is it going to affect your future? Some of you that just want to go on with this person, that's not a problem. Still, it's going to be very successful. There's going to be big, happy changes. So it does seem as if your person of interest is going to go through that hermit mode, change their ways, and eventually they are going to want to reach out to you. It's just that some of you have just had enough and you want to move on, and that is perfectly okay. You have another timeline you're going to jump onto, another reality. It's already made for you. There's a script. You're just going to be the actor or actress who's going to be playing that part. All of these things are already written for us. It's the strangest kind of phenomena. These things are written for us, our stories are written for us. And if you decide to make a decision, then the outcome is going to be different. If you make a different decision, so even if you do reading sometimes, and if you have what is the most likely outcome, the most likely outcome is only going to be that outcome in that timeline that you're on right now. Why? Because you might not make any different type of decisions, but the moment you make a different decision, or disaster strikes, or there's some type of an issue that occurs that was very unexpected, the outcome will become different. So honestly, nothing's really set in stone. The only thing that's set in stone is what exactly God knows. And I literally mean God knows. God knows that line that you're on and which branches you're going to take. What is the end part of that? What's the end goal? Only the divine knows that, because it is the divine who has the highest authority to actually let that happen and to make that happen from the celestial beings. Even some of the celestial beings don't know. But that secret knowledge is only with who we call God. I know I go a little deep, but that is what I do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if any of this has resonated for you. Please do have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio. Videos are absolutely free. That is also on YouTube. And I do have a few packages that are still open. Feel free to have a look on my website and place an order when you can. And I will get to you. All right. You take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.